What's up, Scyushi Squad? We back in some more Trove. Luxion's here. Is it going to end up being a good inventory? I don't know, but we do actually have a lot of sales going on in the Trove store right now, which I would advise you to take advantage of because some of them are actually pretty good. Now, speaking of which, a shameless plug, gotta do it. If you're new to Trove and if you are planning to buy any of the stuff out of the cash shop, I would appreciate if you use the link in the description to sign up for the game. Basically, what that's going to do is the link is going to track how much you spend on the game and give me a percentage of those sales. It doesn't increase the price of anything. It's just an awesome way you can help me to pay the bills. And I want to give a huge shout out to Game Ago for the opportunity, and shout out to you fine, beautiful people watching at home who have actually done that, because I very, very much appreciate it. It's helped me out exponentially. So before we get to Luxion, let's talk about the sales really quickly. So we've got a sale on Chaos Chest in the store, where 11 Chaos Chest is 20% off, 110 Chaos Chest is 25% off, and the Shadowy Watchtower, which is of course a framework that you can place down on your cornerstone, is 30% off. This sale is going to last until January 21st. Then we also have some sparkling sales, they say, which is going to end up being Crystal Pinatas having a really, really good sale. And this is the one that I'd suggest that you take advantage of, just because Crystal Pinatas are a very, very good way of getting crystal in the game, because otherwise you have to farm for it, like not the gear, the actual material, crystal. You gotta get it from Geo Caves, and it's pretty disgusting. So this sale is going to also last until January 27th. Crystal Pinatas are going to be 30% off. Greater Crystal Caches are 25% off. Great Geodian Pack, which I of course don't see anymore because I think I already have it, but that's going to be 30% off, and the Radiant Watchtower is also a 40% off as well. So really, really good sales out of all of it. Now, the way that you know Luxion is here is these little babies are going to be wandering around the hub, and he's going to end up being hiding down here in the basement. I wish that they would make it a little bit obvious where he was, maybe put a glass floor up there or something so that you could see it. Oh, look, somebody actually threw down some crystal pins right then and there. So his inventory, yeah, that's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad though. So he's got the, the usual items, which is Golden Hoard Dragon Souls. You sell 15 of these each. You have to get a total of 100 of them, which is going to cost you 400 dragon coins total, but it doesn't cost any other resources. And then you get the fully maxed out dragon, which I can show you guys that really quickly here. We'll kind of go through each of his different items. So the fully maxed out dragon, but on top of the maxed out dragon, you're going to end up getting a lot of mastery from the full Golden Hoard Dragon Souls, because look at this. There's a lot of mastery, but this is going to end up being the maxed out big boy. And he's pretty cool, I've talked about it many times before on pretty much every Luxion video, and he shoots, and he's got nice video effects for his fireballs, has some flux fall down as well, and they do seem to have some sort of physics. So I mean, it's cool. I like it, but it's very, very time gated, obviously. He's selling 3 total Despoiled Divinity, 25 dragon coins each. So that's 75 dragon coins just to buy 3 of this time gated item that otherwise is pretty useless, honestly speaking. Despoiled Divinity obviously has its function for some gem augmentation items, if I recall, which is really, really disgusting. But otherwise, you can use these to end up buying various costumes and a moon dragon. You get them from the Shadowy Merchant that's over in the Shadow Towers, which Shadow Towers are completely just destroyed ever since Geo Caves are in. So this item is even further in the useless category, just leaning over there. Luxion style stash, you can only buy 5 of these each. These are just for mastery farmers, because basically it's 1 mastery each for getting these, and it's going to end up giving you previous like seasonal, event, pinata, or Luxion equipment styles, which is quite literally just in the style section here. So it's gonna unlock a gun or a hat. Like, who really cares? 15 dragon coins each is pretty brutal. However, this is the big boy item, the Unyielding Emblem, which is that's one of the best that I always recommend that you end up getting. Selling for a decent amount, 120k flux is not too bad considering that it's only 65 dragon coins. But this is one of the best emblems in the game. I would recommend that you get it if you don't have it right now, especially just because the price of these is actually going to be considerably lower now while they are in overabundance going onto the player market, versus if you buy this and wait, you'll be able to sell it for a considerable amount more flux. But basically what this is going to do is grant you brief invulnerability every time you end up consuming a flask. So if you use it on death defying like I use on a lot of my characters, it basically gives you some invulnerability frames because an enemy will hit you. And if you built your character correctly, you should die in one hit just because you're going to be all damage. And then you'll automatically consume Death Defying. And then this cube that's around me, we can't take damage until the cube goes away. So it's a really nice survivability emblem that I'd recommend. Everybody has to have this. Like, it's really, really good, especially for the mid to end game. Not really good for the beginning of the game because you're not really dealing with dying in one shot all the time. The Refined Raptor, as far as I recall, this guy was... okay, no, I'm mixing this up with a different Raptor. I thought that this was the good one, but it's just 8% physical or magic damage. I mean, it's giving them both. It's just so that whichever character type you're using, you can do whatever. 6% to attack speed. Okay, whatever. But it's going to end up being this black little Raptor dude, and he looks cool. I like him. You know, I like the Raptor allies. I think it looks adorable, except for that little bow that it's got on its tail, but whatever, you know, I'll take it. This you might want to grab just because, if I'm not mistaken, this was... yeah, this was a login item. It's still actually labeled as that, despite the fact that it's in Luxion's inventory. Normally, you would get this for tokens that you would log in. You would be able to buy it after a while, whatever. And then there's going to be the Shimmying is a event item. So, again, it's just 10 mastery. The stats suck on this thing, but the point is that you won't be able to get this any other time. I really wish that they would go through these, though, because this is really, like, the price on these is way too steep, considering, like, the amount of dragon coins that it costs. Do they think that people can actually grind 80 dragon coins before Luxion visits again? Not unless you're catching every single challenge and grinding religiously. Dragon coins are very, very difficult to get, dude, like, legit. I want to also see... does the Refined Raptor actually have a decent price? Oh my god, it's actually more expensive. Why? It doesn't do anything. I guess just for mastery farmers, but whatever. Anyways, this is 7% attack speed, 1.5% crit rate, or crit hit, whatever. Playing too much Genshin, crit rate is literally crit hit. But, I mean, whatever. It's, you know, a lucky clover. It's from an event, so whatever. If you're a collector, cool. The Starry Shmeep. I can't believe that this guy's already back here in this guy's inventory, because we actually saw this... I thought pretty recently. The Starry Shmeep, as you know, as far as I know, is... can't you get that from a free code or something? I'd have to double check my videos. Give me a second here. Yeah, okay, so the Starry Shmeep was actually a login item, but it seems that it's expired. I don't think that you can get it anymore out of just a normal login item, so whatever, cool. But that's going to end up being this mount right here, which is not my favorite by any means. It's kind of a dual mount, and it just... I don't know, there's just something about it that I just don't particularly like. Whether it would be one or the other, I think it would be cooler if this was literally just two mounts, you know? Rather than just being one kind of spliced together thing. I mean, it's cool. I get the idea of the duality. I like the footprints and the video effects that they have. You know, this one's the sun, this one's the moon. Okay, cool. But for my money, there's other Shmeeps in the game that are better. And honestly speaking, I'm not the biggest fan of the Shmeeps, so what can I say? And then there's going to end up being the Lovebug Rug, which was another event item from the Valentine event, which I don't know whether or not this is going to end up being an item that'll come back for another Valentine event. I would actually assume that the Starry Shmeep is... I thought it would be more than that. Why is the ally that costs the same dragon coins more expensive than the Starry Shmeep, which gives more mastery? God only knows. But the Snug Lovebug Rug is an event item, which means similar to the Shamrock one, you can only get it once from Luxion. You can't repeat buy this and sell it to other players. But it is going to end up giving you a full 100 mastery, which is nice. I don't care about the rug mounts, but it's not like it's a bad one by any means. And the thing about the rug mounts is that most of them in the game actually glide. I say this because all of the rug mounts are supposed to glide, but the more recent ones that Game Ago has been adding, they actually have made the mistake of not having them glide, and it's very weird. When all of the rugs ended up becoming like all of the previous rugs that didn't glide in the past, they ended up updating them so that they all ended up gliding, and they also ended up increasing the mastery that you actually get from them as well. But it seems like it's got some jump VFX as well, which is kind of flipping me out. It's like a flashbang or something. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for Luxion's inventory this week, gamers. Cool stuff, I guess. Next week is going to be Corruxion, and if I'm not mistaken, is the final time that we're going to end up buying Corruxion's dragon fragments, and then we'll be able to buy the full dragon. So that's kind of exciting. I just wish that we had a little bit more news about what is coming to Trove, because as of right now, it's just kind of sitting in maintenance mode, you know? But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. Smash the like, sub for more. Good God, my voice. I'm tripping over my tongue here. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Buy the merch you want to support the channel. Bye-bye.